1 2 1 2. Love you, Divine Tarot, and you. Welcome home, all of my divine loves and my divine lovettes. I love you guys. I love you guys. Listen, I got another download and very, very interesting. Of course, as you see, earthquake download, northern border. It says northern and southern borders and somewhere hemispheres. So that's the energy I got from the download. Whew, you guys, come right on in. Refreshments on the left, coffee on the right, water fountains and restrooms in the back. Have a seat because this is very unique. This earthquake download that I have, I don't see. I'm not a mappy person. I know I saw something that alluded to Japan. I do know that something alluded to Japan. I don't know really stuff about the map, and I deliberately don't know things, so I know that I'm getting a clear download. So I don't try to know everything. You know what I mean? Because that's when you know that you know it's coming from the higher realms. Because I really don't know half of the things. I just let it come through me. But the bottom line is this: it's gonna look like a stormy day. Obviously they're gonna picture it like I'm hearing like gloomy Monday type of thing. So it may happen on a Monday. And the higher realms is showing me 4:00, 4:30 p.m. And it looks like a storm, but however, it will not be a storm. This earthquake will last for like a long period of time. It will seem like it doesn't stop, but it will stop. Okay, you just have to trust and believe, but it's gonna be a long quake is what I'm getting. A lot of communications will be lost somehow, in that moment. Yeah, so it's a dreary day that day, and so it's like what do you call, like a kind of a dark, cloudy day that day. And let me tell you guys, this earthquake is aligned with what will happen a year from now. Okay, you guys know that I can only give you guys what I have. I'm not sitting around in NASA or nothing like that. You guys already know that. I know this is strict downloads from the higher realms. And to my knowledge, I just keep it really that simple. But the bottom line, the higher realms show me like Earth has a Merkaba. So it's showing me the Merkaba. And it's saying that, they believe that the Merkaba is like, how we've been hearing all this time, like the timeline, earth shifting and stuff like that. It's something about this Merkaba. It has accomplished this level. It went through like a completion because it has been very disciplined in every timeline that it ventured in or something of that nature. However, the Merkaba will bring about, that's why a lot of people will, we call it like, had that third eye opening availability. That's why a lot of people started using a lot of their intuition and discernment. Now, so a lot of third eyes are open at this time. So what this earthquake somehow has shaken all the way down to the earth Merkaba, because it's been so disciplined. It went around, it completed all the cycles it needed to complete, and now it's at its prideful moment that it had reached. Okay, and little does everyone know the highest level of energy is love. So it shall reach that energy of love for everyone. So, yeah, so a lot of that is happening right now before our eyes, but we don't see all of these things taking place. However, we will get that earthquake, that way. And it will seem like it's going to last a long time because, wow, if you guys experience it as well, if you're in it, if you can try to picture the Merkaba moving around and completing its round. It's like it made a whole round here, and it's at the complete stage, and the complete stage is the frequency and vibration of love, because love is the highest vibration of them all. And I don't know, there's a lot of anxiousness, like Earth is getting like agitated and anxious. Like I said, this is attached to what will happen a year from now. So I need to let you guys know that. Now, I'm not saying the earthquake will happen a year from now. I'm saying the Merkaba is setting everything in place for everyone's third eye to open and everybody to become disciplined and engaged and aware and open for the frequency and vibration of love. I can't make it up. Yeah, and this will happen like I said, a year from now, and the higher realms is saying, which that is perfect timing, because the timing is not right now, because everybody is somewhere in the area of blame. It's too much misinformation, disinformation, and fingers pointing here. It's a lot of blame right now, okay? A lot of relationships that people are in where they're very much lonely, and the higher realms even asked them to put themselves on pause, but they did not. You know what I mean? They rushed into it. And like I tell you guys, the love spell backwards is evolve. And that's what has been happening in these moments here before this quake and before the Merkaba wake, right? So yeah, and that when you fascinate or anticipate in that love spelled backwards, which is evil, all right, it caused a lot of beings to have this thing called low self-esteem. And yeah, so that alone dissipated the area of free will. You understand? Because that really did have, that affects the wealth and the health. You remember, yourself is your wealth. So if that's not in good health, you see, where's the wealth? So the bottom line is, that low self-esteem robbed you guys of that self-will. And when self-will is because free will is what I'm trying to say, not self-will, but free will. Okay, so it's like it was a robbery of free will here on earth here. And it caused you guys a lot of grief, and a lot of you guys were worried about everything. And that as you guys begin to worry, it brought about a level of envy, anger, discord, and excuse me, lack of acceptance, meaning people just constantly at a level of worry. And like we always say, for those who pray, even for those who think they don't pray, if you say positive words, if you do positive moving, prayer is also action. All right. I can't make it up. Prayer without footwork is no work. So a lot of those who think they're not praying, you may be actually praying. Okay. So the bottom line is that, so if you pray while worry, if you worry while pray, is what's going on here. And I see it in every way. So that caused a stagnant in Earth's human ability to connect and grow. See, because growth comes from our sovereign connection is what I'm hearing. And that comes from the adjacent of the higher realms synergy, okay, that completes our energy, okay? But that can only come from one direction in one way, and that way is forgiveness, okay? Forgiveness is the key, and some people are afraid to even forgive because they think that it strips and robs them of their rightful way to live. However, forgiveness is the key. Those two are, the fear is the low vibration energy that has kept people in this three-dimensional realm here. You remember the fear is three-dimensional. You guys remember that fear is three-dimensional. And the first dimension of that low vibe in it, because we have two different kinds of fear, okay? Let's make that clear. There is a positive fear, which is healthy and nurturing and caring and progress, progressive. And then we have that low vibe energy fear, which is the one that's trying to keep you guys stuck right here, that's been operating, at that 3D level. Because that's the only level it can ignite. I can't make it up because it simply can't get it right. So the bottom line is the three-dimensional levels of fear. I need you guys to hear. The first dimension is FEAR, false evidence appearing real, right? So first you get that notion that, okay, I'm not going to forgive them because this, that, and this is the way. Okay, so some people were raised up on that. No, don't let that go. So the bottom line is, that seed was planted early for some, and then others, it was planted, period. So the bottom line is FEAR, false evidence appearing real. They already trained the mind, the body, and the spirit to be somewhat of I'm not even going to say somewhat, but simply delusional. Because if false evidence is appearing real, that's like delusional. You know what I mean? So the lack of spiritual growth comes from that lack of forgiveness, right? Because you guys, we're moving into a different era and a different time, and it's going to be all love, and I cannot make this stuff up. Okay, so this is like immense download, today. He who has the ear, hey, let him or her hear, because this is what the Spirit has to say. Now, the second dimensional level of that fear, FEAR, is simply future events already ruined. See, now you actually put your life on pause, because you'll never forget that. So you, right there where you said, I'll never forgive that person, guess what? It's like you're never moving past that level of spiritual growth that's necessarily needed, right? Earth is anxious. Mother Earth is anxious. This is something that I'm getting, like Mother Gaia, Mother Earth is anxious to to really ignite that frequency of love, because Mother Earth has been disciplined. Mother Earth could have swallowed us up a long time ago. Did all kinds of this, that, and the third, with all of this humdrum, that's supposed to be, anywho, constantly in a row, how it go. So the bottom line is this. The third dimensional level of that FEAR, fear, is simply F everything and run. So now you're at that third dimensional level where ain't nobody home. Have you seen so and so? Nah, I haven't seen him. So now you didn't disappeared. And the only thing you're doing when you start running is you're running from self. And your self is your wealth. So now you done got tricked out by this disillusion, by this love spelled backwards, and it goes on to a situation where someone can possibly get stuck. You know what I mean? And that's what I see. So the bottom line is this, you guys. What the higher realms is showing me in its entirety is for some of you guys is saying for you guys to please meditate on what I tell you guys. Don't just sit around twiddle your thumbs and say, okay, that's not it, I'll wait. Don't be like that story that I heard a long time ago, that man waiting on God. You know what I mean? When the town crier came outside and said, hey, read extra, read all about it. And it's going to rain 40 days and 40 nights. And the man was standing outside. He ain't even want the paper, you know. So the rain started falling, and the rain got all the way up to his waist. And a boat came by and said, man, you better get on in here. It's going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. Did you not get the memo, the papers, or nothing? And he was like, no, thank you. I'm waiting on my God. The water got all the way up to his chest, right? Now, this is real talk. The water got all the way up to his chest, and a submarine came by and said, we can help you. We have plenty of room. Just come on in. And he said, no, thank you. I'm waiting on my God. So guess what? The water got all the way up to his chin. And the airplane came by. And the airplane got on the bullhorn and said, hello, we can help you. All you have to do is climb the ladder and we'll pull you up. We have plenty of room. Can you hear me? Please grab the ladder. He hollers to the airplane man, no thank you, I'm waiting on my God. Man, let me tell you, this man started drowning. God, I thought you were going to help me. He heard God's voice. God said, look, fool, I sent, not fool, but you know, look here, I sent you a boat, I sent you a submarine, and I sent you an airplane. Bottom line is, a lot of people want to get cute when it comes to that message, and they pay attention to the messenger and not the message. And then you got other people that just love mess. So therefore, they're unable to receive the message. And this is what I'm talking about, because that's where it starts. It starts with the no love, the no forgiveness, the blame game, all of these things, the fear of moving forward. We are who we are because of whose we are, and we shall move forward. Bottom line. And that's real talk, you know. So the higher realms are saying, look here, it's time for you guys to meditate, to bring these answers. If you're concerned about this download, you're so heavily concerned, go ahead and yes, please. The higher realms are saying, yes, please. You know, don't compromise your time to yourself, because at this time, always remember yourself is your wealth. You really need that time. I don't care if it's 3 minutes a day. If you find 2 minutes a day, you know, meditate, you guys, and visualize. All right? Meditate, visualize, you know, new earth. Because it's actually here. It's the birth. Some of you guys really put in a lot of work. You really think that pain was for nothing? Come on. Really? Really? You guys thought you were going around scrubbing, scraping, cropping, whoop, 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 carrying it on your back, getting it out, going to the side, you know, keeping everything in order. You really thought that was for nothing? No, indeed, sweetie. Earth Merkaba is turning. Something you guys need to know is happening in May. May 10th have a lot to do with something. The higher realms are showing me May 10th. May 10th has a lot to do with something. Now, what I'm believing is this earthquake, maybe, like I told you guys, is in front of you, and also something in regards to Japan. So I'm going to say the earthquake, Japan, and then the earthquake, northern border, southern border. These have a lot to do with what's connected to a year from now, because it's showing me like, ooh, the higher realms have a way of showing you things. I'm telling you guys. This is crazy. Showing me how the Merkaba is right deep in the crust, in the middle of the crust of Earth, and how it's changing its vibration. And it's really elevating to light, and light and love, and it wants to be for everyone. All right, so you guys, please recognize something that I was just sharing with you guys, because it's happening a year from now, and it shall be perfect timing and divine timing, which is a year from now is what I'm hearing. So this earthquake is attached. This earthquake that happens May 10th is attached to Earth's evolution, spiritual evolution, elevation, you know what I'm saying, which is happening a year from now. So you guys, you know what I hear? The higher realms keep getting me. You guys, I'm telling you, everything has connected. All the old school songs we heard as far as coming up as a child, I'm hearing like it's pieces to the puzzle, because the first song that the higher realms just let me hear is like, get on board, little children, get on board. Little children, there's room for plenty of more. Just get on board. Little children, get on board. Yeah, get on board. Little children, there's room for plenty of more. Yeah, so that's what's happening, you guys. I just needed to tell you guys this download, because the high realms, when the high realms give you a download, it's like, do your job. Just do your job. Just do your job. That's it. That's all. So I hope something was clear. Like I said, he who has the ear, let him or her hear what the Spirit is saying unto them. This is where we must part ways. Of life lasts and death past. You will see or hear me again. Until then, Paulette, peace be unto you and within. One.